So now it's Sony and Naughty Dog's turn to be virtue signaling. And here's the classic Naughty Dog tweets that they have this special tweet feature where you cannot reply unless they name you in their tweet. So no one can reply because they named no one. And there's a bit custom message here. So now is not the time for any of us to be silent. Okay. Why? I don't know why a video game company needs to say anything, but fine. For too long have too many suffered under a systemic problem in America. Tell me which systems are the problem in America. Which ones? Then we can identify people and practices and standards and look at them and say, okay, these are bad. Maybe the justice system. Great. Which laws? Which judges? Which districts? Which states? Let's start with that. Don't just say it. Don't just say it's systemic. Give me names. Give me locations. Give me laws. Too many have lost sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, fathers, and mothers. We stand in solidarity against racism and injustice. Yes. Sure. I think everyone does. I've never met someone who wasn't. I don't get it. They may say racist things, but in their hearts, they do not actually want to hate you because you're different. They are scared of others because they're different. I think we're all scared of others because they're different. We don't need to say it's like, yeah, you're weird to me. So what? So is the galaxy. The universe is weird to everyone else. We don't have absolute knowledge. Everything's going to be a little scary. We don't need to say it. It's kind of obvious. Now is the time for all to do our part and end anti-black racism and violence. Okay. I'm not sure what anti-black racism is. I know what racism is. You can say I know what black racism is, but anti-black racism? Is that a double negative? Anti-black racism? I don't know. Just say racism. Stop confusing the issue. If you say racism, we know what you mean. It's the full gamut of people calling other people names and disliking them or feeling superior to them because they look different. Many of us at Naughty Dog are donating to national and local organizations. Please consider donating yourself. Fine. Yeah, give money to people you believe in. That's fine. We hope to see the beginning of lasting change for people of color in America. Black Lives Matter, yada, yada. Great. Thank you, video game company, for virtue signaling and talking about anti-black racism, whatever the devil that means. So here's Sony. This is where it gets colorful. They have a three-parter here, and it goes on. But I think this is a stock response. I think I've seen this before. Being silent about the violence and racism black people experience is being complicit. We stand in solidarity today, every day with the black community. If you don't say anything, you're complicit, apparently. You know, people get hurt in the streets. Yeah, you're complicit in that. You didn't say anything about it. Okay, thanks, Sony. So here's their second part. But actions always speak louder than words. And we're working hard to make sure we at Sony are doing more than just stating we are allies. Okay, great. What are you going to do? Right now, we want to use our platform to spread information and support. Please send links, resources, or other helpful information our way, and we'll share them. When we all know more, we can do more. So Sony's like, we don't know what to do. Please give us suggestions. So one person has the audacity to say all lives matter, like there's anything wrong with saying life matters. And Sony says this. All lives will not matter until Black lives matter. All lives matter until Black lives matter. I'm sorry, Sony. That seems to have a preference towards Black lives. Either all lives matter or they don't. There's no one being excluded from all. The word all. It's a very shocking statement to say that. It's like, yeah, we care about everyone, except no, Black lives are more important. As if they were ever excluded from the word all. Everyone thinks this way. Everyone thinks all life matters. We're living beings. We care about each other. The general consensus, I would say, is people go, hey, life, human life, pretty good. Good idea. We should take care of each other. In our own ways, of course, individually, not as a group. You can't go around helping a country, but you can do your own individual thing to help your neighbor. and to be kind and to speak politely, hopefully in public. Of course, not everyone thinks this way. It's a very strange way to see how Sony responds to these people. At least the Twitter account of Sony. It's strange. So here's a response someone gave. And they're showing interracial violence per 100,000 people. And as you can see, the racial violence between blacks on white is significantly higher than everyone else. So Hispanics on white. Now, this is to be expected. The Bureau of Justice Statistics, which I'm assuming is all in the States, because the majority of people in America are white. So they're going to be the biggest group being targeted. That makes sense, statistically. It's not because people innately hate whites, or Hispanics hate whites, or black hate whites. It's because there's more people, and therefore there's going to be a larger target for others to attack. And of course, we compare that to the white on black, and it's very small. So incidents per 100,000 offender population. And here we have a person who's responding to the first tweet by Sony saying, I don't mind this, but everyone matters, not just blacks. It's like, yeah, exactly. Of course. That's what the law is. It applies to everyone. The law does not care of your social status, your physical status, what you look like. It doesn't matter. It's justice. But Sony replies with, then say Black Lives Matter. It's like, excuse me, Sony. No, you're missing the point. Justice has nothing to do with who's white or who's black or Hispanic. Justice looks at life and says, you have these freedoms that you are allowed. So it's just very telling of Sony how much they're trying, because they want responses. They want people to give them suggestions. And they're responding in the dumbest way possible by showing their bias for black lives. When this isn't just about black lives, this is about everyone. Either there is racism or there isn't. Either we accept the fact that some people are bad as individuals, or everyone's bad. What's it going to be? We hate everyone, or we tolerate everyone? Anyway, thanks for listening again, guys. It's going to keep going on, I assume, this week. Have yourself a great day.